Your Thresh is just not good enough.
Especially in such a high-pressure game where you're determining whether you're going to have a spot over in that knockout stage, but instead it is the Aphelios.
Stuff that the crab gives on the first crab.
Just some additional vision across the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, on the top side, pokes galore between Tony Top and Viker. They're both about 20% HP, a flash away from Tony Top, knowing that Hyper is right here on the horizon, but Iconic is looking for the collapse. Channeling in with the Maw. Tony Top's gonna go down, but not after they get first blood. Iconic drawing it through effectively. Flash away here from Hyper, but he is still pursued by the enemy jungler. 2 kills, and on the bot side, the action continues. Chime flashes all across the board of the game, but a blast cone used by TSM on the bot side. Flash forward, goes in with the E, a nice stun up onto the enemy support, and Chime is all on his lonesome as Stixxay flashing under his turret as well. His eyes on the Drake that he's pulled out of the pit somewhat after controlling or clearing out one of those control wards. Manages to finish it up, but over on the bot, a nice hook onto Yurson and the Flay to continue. The attempted ultimate from Instinct on the opposite side, but it does not net him a kill. Instead,
a bit of an inside track now, getting behind Instinct.
And plates coming down in favor of Stixxay. Iconic, the target of the Leona, and the ultimate landing onto 2. The route to follow throws down the box, a flash out here from the GG side, but Hyper, he's coming from the jungle. He goes in for the ultimate, manages to get one onto Chime just to skew. Yurson misses. Go ahead and pick up this second Drake. The first one taken by TSM. Infernal now in their pocket, so they more annoying. The spanning of backing or the spanning of the instinct?
I think they're equally as effective. Whatever the animation is.
Curious if Iconic and the squad are going to try and make any contest for it, but in the end, it's 4 members of TSM that have locked into it. Tony Top also still hanging out in lane. But no action thus far. Ultimate from downtown, and that's the Rift Herald going down.
Yeah, now they just have to pick up the soul. Instead, they're going to go for an engage.
Yurson going for it. Chime flashing out of it. Double teleport coming in, and Chime is still the subject of Viper. Manages to land the hook, which means that Stixxay can free farm right here. But it's a little bit of chaos as some of the fight is still going down in the pit. Hyper getting the kill onto Iconic. Ryoma trying to create some distance. Throws down a phosphorus bomb for some additional poke. But Takeover not dead yet. Flashes! And it's an auto from Stixxay that manages to land. Viper quick drawing on through. It's Hyper that's here to try and get you, but GG are standing strong. So many chunked HP bars. Ryoma picking one up. It's the 2 for 2. Everybody that was still up after that fight, their HP just so low, so close, and you got to give it to
barely missing on Hyper to get the actual kill, make it a 3 for 2.
So close, and now back to the current state of things. Another Drake being targeted right down here in the bottom, picked up by Iconic, so they do have a double stack of that, but it means that the Rift Herald can get dropped over here on the top side. Breaking down that turret, escorted by almost the entirety of TSM, everybody except for Takeover, so they can get the additional charge. Tony Top and Chime left here to defend.
Gone back and forth between 2 and 3 gold, K gold effectively. Takeover!
Takeover! Talked about the fact that TSM, a lot of more unfamiliar faces, and having that chance to prove themselves is right now on the Jinx or trusted picks like the Ezreal, and having that, you know, experience with Chime in particular so that they can bring that through in their performance.
Falling behind up to 3K gold now, and here comes the aggressive package.
Similar movement again, the package going all the way to the back line to try and get some of that pick onto Takeover, who did flash away. Viper teleports in. The majority of Golden Guardians are clumped right now. If TSM try to go for a play, the ultimate from Instinct popping over the wall. Chime's the first one to fall at the hand of Viper. Throwing back two with the ultimate from Iconic. Going into stasis, Hyper goes, but the rest of his team is chunked down. Tony Top starting to get online. Picks up 1, picks up 2, picks up a team.
Now, Golden Guardians are going to be able to grab the Baron.
They grab it, they take it, a few more hits will do it. Golden Guardians, 3 Drakes.
They have so many threats. Chime is not one of them.
And champs like Gwen love to throw the needlework in a single direction when, hey, we're in the jungle. I've got one lane that I can throw this down and get the damage. And Golden Guardians making sure that they do what they can with this Baron buff, bringing that power to the bot side. They've already chunked through a couple turrets, now setting their eyes directly onto the inhibitor. An attempt right now from TSM to keep them to the wayside. Yurson gets chunked down though, which means that there's a free firing coming from Golden Guardians onto 2 inhibitors at this point in time. Feeling good about it.
Yurson's lucky he got out with his life there. It was the classic Leona engage onto Thresh where you get flayed out of your E and hooked right back in.
Another hook, another flay, another flash away from Hyper. They lose their support Yurson in this, which means Golden Guardians have the okay to hit that go button. They hit on down to one Nexus turret. That's half of the defenses that have been eradicated. Still have a wave coming from this bot side too. So if they want to stay, they can continue pressuring this. TSM
no
throwing out the autos. What can they do about it? Another death sentence, another follow-up. Even with the stun up onto Iconic, he gets out of this safely. All eliminated except for Takeover. Double kill from Stixay here. A continuation for the triple. And Golden Guardians pull out the victory, keeping their hopes alive in lock-in.
Yes, they are able to.